Hi, everyone. We are live. Thank you all for being patient. I hope that everybody's doing well and having a wonderful day. And we have the lovely Deann Shield Maiden Tarot reading with us today. Always fun to read with
Yay!
her. We always have such a good time reading together, so I always appreciate
I
all the
missed you.
I
missed
know.
you.
Well, I'll just hold on. Phone's going off. Okay. So, yeah, I know. I missed you last week too. I feel like I just had so many roadblocks like the last few weeks. Like this has not been the best month for me. Everything going on with Finn, and I want to thank everybody for reaching out and checking in on Finn and sending all those prayers, and the people were sending Reiki. He's doing really good, almost as if he hasn't had surgery at all right now. Puppies heal pretty quickly. And then I have some family issues going on. Um, I won't go into all the details, but the reason why I didn't go on last night is, I have a sister that's been struggling with substance abuse issues for quite a few years now, and she has some daughters, and it wasn't a very good situation yesterday, and her kids got taken away. So I'm pretty certain that I will be taking one of them. So just a lot of stressful things going on right now. So, but I appreciate all of you and all the love and support that you all send. So it's wonderful to see everybody.
Yes.
All right. Well, me and Deann are doing political and world event questions today. So if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and write them in all caps with a couple heart emojis. We'll try to get them started and answer all of your questions. I feel like I haven't really been watching the news. I'm probably pretty ignorant with a lot of your questions today, but we'll manage through it.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Eric Wander said they were happy that Finn pulled through.
Yeah, I know. He's doing really, really good. He goes back in next Monday for his stitches and sutures to be removed. So yeah, he's doing
That'll
really
be
good.
good. No more squeaky toys for a while.
He I was pretty good. Our other dog loves the squeaky toys, and he's not so destructive with them, so we haven't had to really worry about it. Well, we got him. He's losing all those puppy teeth and likes to chew everything, and so all of my other dog's old toys we'd all thrown out. So like the last month or two, he hasn't even had any of those kind of squeaker toys. So he must have, anytime he would start to tear it up, and you could see stuff coming out, or it was getting really worn out. Me and my husband would throw them away, but one of those squeakers must have came out of one of them and was hiding under the bed or under the couch, and then he got a hold of it. So
My dogs, every time I would get them a stuffed animal toy or something, tore it up within 2 days. They were little dogs, so there's certain toys you can get, I think, that aren't so easy to fall apart like that.
yeah,
They're not as cute or soft, but they can't
yeah.
chew them up and eat them.
Like I said, he doesn't have any more squeaker toys. He has some rubber ones, but they don't have the actual squeaker in them.
They love those squeaky toys too.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Katie's dream. Sending you and your family, a lot of love.
Thank you, Justin's mom. She says, no questions, just sending love and light to all in this community. She's so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that there's a lot of roadblocks for everybody right now. It has not been a very good month. But, there obviously is a lot of lessons to be learned right now, because it's definitely stressful for a lot of us right now, from what I hear. So, but I just appreciate all of you. You make it easier to get through all these hard times. So.
They are. They're so wonderful. I was looking at the comments, and you had so many lovely comments and prayers, and just so really, really happy and blessed I got to meet this community.
Yeah, it's so wonderful.
Mhm.
Definitely has helped me and my husband and Finn get through all this hard time, and just everything that any hard time that's happened since I've started my channel. trying to get all these questions started up, and we'll start answering some of them. Well, thank you, Justin's mom.
I'm so sorry, Aries Wander. Her little I don't know if it's a dog, Chloe, said they thought she was getting better and she got sick again and passed away yesterday. I am so sorry. I know that's hard. Dogs and cats, they become your family. Yes, Mimi Rose. Hi, Mimi Rose. Yeah, we all have post-traumatic stress disorder from everything. I think you're right.
Right. Who did you say lost her dog?
It was hold on here. It was
Aries
Wander.
Wander. Yeah.
Just lost her dog. I feel so bad. That I know when we lost our dog, it was hard.
Sending you and your family a lot of love and prayers to get through this hard time, Aries Wanderer. Sorry to hear that. Aries Wanderer is my neighbor. I used to live in or pretty close to where she lives, so sorry
Aries
you're going.
Wanderer said Chloe was her cat. She was only 6 years old.
All right.
My brother's so funny. He always said he didn't like cats. He hates cats. Now he got 2 cats, and he loves them to death. They sleep with him. They're with him. They're his babies now.
Yeah. I've never been much of a cat person, but I'm also allergic. Not, I mean, it just makes me break out and feel really itchy, but I've always been more of a dog person personally, but they're definitely our little fur babies.
Yeah, they are.
Children. So Marianne asks, is Edward Snowden having difficulties living in Russia now? And will he ever return to the U.S.? I'm not feeling a return to the U.S., or at least not anytime in the near future. But I'm not really picking up intuitively a lot of difficulties in Russia.
I'm getting it now. He's not going to return anytime soon because he's becoming a citizen there now. Because I don't think he can come back here. Because if he does, I'm thinking he'll go to jail.
Yeah.
So he is now working on becoming a citizen if he hasn't done it by now.
Yeah, I agree, Electra Storm. She's saying Edward is fine. He's a Russian asset. Yeah, I don't feel like he's having too many difficulties over there. But I'm definitely not feeling a return to the U.S. Not anytime soon anyway. But I don't think he will.
He had said he was raising his children there with American values, but yeah, they're all going to be citizens of Russia.
No, Kat, Finn's doing really good. Somebody in the chat had just lost their pet, so that's what we were talking about. But Finn's doing really good. Chat's going crazy today.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of stuff going on.
I did catch a little bit of the hearings yesterday, and I don't think that it is the last that we've heard of all these fake electors that they've put in. I do think that there's going to be a lot of charges and even further investigations, and that I was picking that up very clearly.
There has to be.
Yeah.
There has to be. If there's not, this is going to continue and get worse.
Yeah. All right. So
Mimi was asking about Boebert. Dark money issues.
Yeah, I get it. So will the dark money issue surface during the January 6th hearings? I think it's going to come a little bit later. I'm feeling more like in the fall.
The dark money.
There'll be some money things released from January 6th, like funding for it, like Ginny Thomas's involvement and others that funded to get people to DC and all of that. But I don't think that if you're talking about like the Russian money coming out, I don't think that's going to happen until afterwards.
I'm getting about October of next year.
Oh, you're feeling next year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit out there too.
They've got so much on their plate right now, but I think it will come out. It will come out. It's just a matter of time and getting to it. Can you imagine all these crimes they have to go through, all this evidence they have to
There's
go
a
through?
lot that they're combing through, and Garland's very meticulous. He's not going to start doing charges against anybody until, you know, he's got sound and solid proof.
Yeah, I feel like these hearings are just to get his base and some of his people to realize the truth of what he's done, because otherwise, if they would go after him, there'd be riots and everything. But I think there's a lot of them that are starting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Even Fox News has mentioned that he's unfit for office. One of their
I was seeing somewhere that like 60% of Americans, or almost 60% of Americans, think that Donald Trump should be convicted of crimes for the January 6th. So I definitely think that people are watching, or at least like getting like the sound bites of it. And there's some Republicans in there too. Definitely independents and some very like moderate Republicans. I don't think it's going to change too many, you know, MAGA people's mind. I think that they're also delusional anyway. But you know, and they're all about whataboutism. You know, you try to tell them facts, and they always just deflect with Hillary or Hunter Biden, or, you know, so they're not open to receiving it, but a lot of people are receiving it. It's going to make a big difference, and a big reason why I feel like Dems are going to stay in control after midterms.
Yeah. It's just that I think people are tired of the fighting and the bullying. And did you see that Eric, whatever his name is, from Arizona, that's running for Congress? I think he is. And he did that commercial where he's talking about killing rhinos, and he's got an AR cocking them, and he had a bunch of military people going into an empty house, which was stupid. But I mean, that's inciting violence. And after all the shootings we've had, he should be put in jail for that. Or that, at the very least, that should be taken off the air.
Mm-hmm.
I was just shocked that they could even air something like that.
Well, they might not actually be watching the hearings, Sweetie Darling Lulu, but they're getting the sound bites and getting it, you know, the clips online. I think a lot of them too.
Yep, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's all over, and Fox,
you know, Yahoo and all of that. So a lot of people are hearing about it. People are talking about it too.
Oh yeah, whether they are watching them, the hearings itself, they're getting, like you said, snippets from YouTube and that, and you know they're clicking on them to see what they say.
Right. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know if it's me just being distracted with everything going on, but I am going to turn slow mode on a little bit because I'm having a hard time keeping up with the chat. And I know that usually we have more people on, so I know that there's a lot of questions that want answered, but I'm going to turn it on for like 15 seconds. Just give me just 1 second.
High above the clouds, like that name.
Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, I got all these questions started, and
I see you've got like 19.
Yeah, I have like 20 questions started already, and I'm just trying to get through. It's just going so quickly. All right. Just 1 second to get caught up.
It's a lot to go through.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm caught up. Sorry, it was just distracting me a little bit. Okay, so Sweetie Darling Lulu asks, are any of the witnesses or committee members in danger? And we'll just say that this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not feeling any. I think some of the MAGA people are more focused on the committee members, but I'm thinking that they're well secured. I think that they have extra security going on right now. Mm-hmm. So I think that they're just going to be loud, and I'm sure a lot of them are getting, you know, threats, but I'm not picking up any of them being in real danger. But we definitely need to send them a lot of prayers and light and protection, because I do feel like there are some crazy people out there threatening things, but I'm not intuitively picking up any of them being any, you know, like in any real danger. Are you picking up anything?
No. I was getting that they're going to be protected.
Yeah, I feel that way too. Yeah, and somebody was saying that there was some breaking news that the committee's receiving new evidence, and absolutely, I feel like as you know, we're hearing all the information that they have, you know, and everybody is starting to figure out that they know a lot more than what they were leading on beforehand. A lot of people are starting to talk to save themselves.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much, Giselle. I really appreciate that.
I pulled a card on the committee, and it does say I got the Seven of Pentacles. So it says their hard work is paying off. So what they're doing, it's going to pay off.
Committee's pausing until July. Are they doing a showing tomorrow, sweeting darling Lulu? Because I know they have one scheduled, or are they just getting the new evidence and coming back?
Giselle, thank you. That was so sweet of you.
Yes. And I want to thank anybody that reached out and sent donations to help out with Finn. I really appreciate that as well. That's what I don't know yet. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like tomorrow's is going to still go, but yeah, then we'll hear more in the summer. I've always felt like summertime, just being devastating for Republicans and for Trump and all of his colleagues. So, yeah, good.
Well,
yes.
you remember, we said 4 months ago, we said it would be June when all this stuff come out, and a lot's coming out.
Yeah, I missed 2 of the hearings. I saw the first one, and I watched most of it yesterday. I didn't catch all of it, but I did catch most of it. Hi, Amy. Hope you're doing well. All right. So, yeah, July be popping. Get your popcorn ready, like I said.
More popcorn. Autumn was throwing her popcorn when they had Trump on the screen. She was throwing her popcorn at the screen. I was laughing because I was sitting there eating mine.
All right, let's see. Oh, and while we're on this question here, I'll get into it in a second. Electra Storm says, so what is Trump feeling today after the January 6th hearing yesterday?
Okay,
let me tell you, I find it really, really funny that he made a post, I think, on Truth saying that he wanted like the same amount of airtime that the January 6th is getting. But I'm sure if January 6th, if he wanted some airtime, I'm sure that they would be willing to hear his testimony. But
sure.
That he would claim executive privilege and wouldn't answer any of their questions. I just find it funny that so many Republicans condemned Hillary for Benghazi, and there's no way in hell that Trump could handle 12 hours of testimony being grilled by Democrats.
He couldn't go that long without lying. He couldn't go a minute. And
I think an hour would be a stretch for him.
Yeah, and he already said anybody who pleads the fifth is guilty when he was talking about Hillary, but yet Eastman pleaded the fifth 100 times, and his son pleaded the fifth, I don't know, 100 times or something, 70-something times. I would like to see him go before them, though.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's going to happen. I feel like it will get more like the DOJ. When stuff gets sent to the DOJ, they'll be investigating it and wanting testimony from him, but I'm not feeling like January 6th subpoenaing Trump or Trump testifying for that. Even if he was subpoenaed, he wouldn't do it. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Carrie G. I appreciate that. And I agree, Wendy. Get ready. The best is yet to come. I was picking up too, and I said it before the hearings even started. My guides were telling me that there was going to be like more info coming out about Trump approving of his crazy base, hanging Mike Pence, and they're already hinting that they have, information on that. So we're going to hear more about that.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
That an ex-president would be like cool with them hanging the vice president and say maybe they should hang him.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It is a black mark on American history that will last forever.
And you know what? Yes, Mike Pence did the right thing in the moment, and he still certified the election for Joe Biden, but he's no angel by any means, because he's not even wanting to testify to the January 6th. He's not helping giving them information that they know. He's walking a very, very fine line between, justice for what happened, but also not wanting to piss off Trump's base, because he has intentions of running for president, which I don't think he has a chance in hell of winning. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Trump's mad at McCarthy. Is it McCarthy? Because he did not, there's no Republicans in there speaking, but they had the chance to have Republicans in there.
Oh yeah, he's
speaking,
mad.
and they didn't want to, so he's mad. I know he's throwing stuff at his TV and yelling at everybody that will listen. Yeah. What is Trump feeling today after the January?
Well, I'll just tell you, I don't feel he's very happy about it. I do feel very angry energy, but I feel like it's been like a buildup since the hearings have started. And we're kind of seeing that with his rants, I think. I think he's been ranting a lot on Truth, whatever his platform's called.
I got the 9 of Wands. He's feeling guarded. He's feeling like he's drained.
Trapped.
He's like, this is his last stand. He's an ongoing battle that he's trying to fight. But he is also the Sun in reverse. He's very sad. His ego has been hurt badly. He's really depressed because it's not fair, it's not true. He also got in the current the 5 of Wands. He's conflicted, and so is the Republican Party. They're all fighting each other. You got the ones called the Rhinos fighting the MAGAs, so they're fighting each other. He's angry, he's tense, very chaotic. And in the future, I got the Moon in reverse. So there's going to be some secrets that are revealed, and that's what he's afraid of. This is what he's thinking of. He knows they're going to discover the truth. They're discovering the truth. So he is freaking out right now.
Yeah, I get that. And I've been saying it for a long time now, too, and we're witnessing it now, the split of the Republican Party between the MAGAs and, I don't even know why they call them rhinos, but, the more moderate Republicans.
If you don't worship at the feet of Donald Trump, then you are a rhino.
Is that just like a career politician that's a Republican, like that has been in there too long? Is that what they mean by that?
Republican in name only. It's somebody who does not listen to everything that Donald Trump says as gospel. The guy with the patch, I can't think of his name. He's not Cawthorn, but you know who I'm talking about.
Is it Crenshaw?
There was some Republican kind of convention or thing, and he wasn't allowed to go in, and they were all yelling at him, calling him Patch or One Eye McCarthy. They were calling him, and he's about as Republican as you can get, but because he's not kissing his butt totally.
I feel like he's pretty MAGA though.
He is MAGA. He just hasn't been promoting the big lie like they want. So therefore he's a rhino now. They're against him.
Yeah, we're witnessing the break of the Republican Party, like I've been saying since I started my channel. So
yep. Let them fight each other, because then we got more of a chance to win if they're all separated.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think that he's very emboldened and angry. He's very enraged right now after these hearings. And I mean, we're witnessing it by all the attacks on all the Republicans. And isn't it interesting too that like everybody that's testifying for January 6th, they're all Republicans. So the fact that they're calling it a partisan witch hunt on Trump, I just find hilarious, because everybody that they're interviewing is Republicans. That's going,
and his own daughter and son-in-law.
He's not happy with his family very much, I don't think.
No. Eastman will be thrown under the bus.
Yeah, I do feel like he's going to try to be the scapegoat. And Giuliani too, but
oh yeah, he's drinking like a fish right now. He's definitely.
Yeah, and he
he's
was
in big
definitely I've always said when I pick up on his energy does not feel well. I wouldn't feel like he has a very much long life ahead of him because of all that drinking. I definitely picked that up. I'm sure there's a lot of scarring in his liver. So, all right. Lawyer asks, when will they lock Kavanaugh up? You know, unfortunately, I'm not picking up him being arrested. I feel like he'll leave the court and not soon enough. I feel like it's probably a couple years off, maybe like 2-3 years. But I'm not feeling him being locked up. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Sharon and Justin's mom. Thank you so much. We can throw a couple cards on Kavanaugh.
Okay. Yeah, Giselle sent you a super chat, and Carrie.
Yeah, lawyer, I agree. He deserves to be in prison, and I definitely feel like he'll be spending some time behind bars. I do feel it.
I shouldn't say when, I should say will they lock Kavanaugh up, because we don't know for sure that's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw some cards on Kavanaugh overall. I don't feel him being arrested. I don't feel that way. But if you want to read on that. Yeah, there'll be some public shaming, lawyer. And I've always felt like it's money related that gets him out of there, that dark money. Oh, yeah. Well, if you want public shaming, I think he's got it. Because he's got a negative judgment on him that he's trapped to. There's a public judgment on him that makes him feel trapped because of the demon, the dark deeds that he's done in the past. And I also feel like there's going to be more things coming out about how he wasn't properly vetted, with like the FBI wasn't, investigating him really on the orders of Trump. And I feel like more information on that's going to come out. But I do feel like that money from the Federalist Society, that will be exposed. But it feels like it's a couple years out, like a year or two, maybe 3.
Yeah, he's going to be taken out of office. He's going to be made to step down for some reason, because he got the 6 of Cups in reverse for the signifier card. So he is right now, he's got a lot of bad memories. It stands for letting go of the past, emotional hurt. But yeah, he's looking at things. They're looking at things about him in the past. In the past, he had the 3 of Pentacles. So he worked together. He did some teamwork and collaboration with people to get himself into power. Yeah. But he got in the current, the King of Pentacles in reverse. So he's going to have some financial trouble. He's not very financially grounded. I think they're going to find out some problems, like you said, that happened with him being corrupt with the money. Yeah. He's not stable. And he's not a very good judge, very materialistic and greedy. But yeah, he is, he's going to lose he's having in trouble about money. In the future, I got the 5 of Swords in reverse. So that's moving on. There's going to be some sort of sacrifice. He's going to have to move on to end some sort of conflict. And I think that it also stands for compromise. So they may have stuff on him saying, if you step down, you're not going to be in trouble. But yeah, there's going to be him moving on. So he's not going to be there. I don't know how long.
I'm feeling 2 or 3 years. I feel like he's going to be in there for a little bit longer than what I'm sure everybody hopes for, unfortunately. But
I'm getting between 1 and 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So kind of, but that time is really hard to do, but that's just a guesstimate. We'll wait and see when it gets closer.
Yeah. It's a little bit out there. I think that there's other justices leaving before Kavanaugh. I definitely feel Thomas, I think, might be the next one, but I feel like Roberts is really considering it too.
Stepping down. He's
Yeah.
probably sick of everything.
Yeah, I get that he's just really and I'm not saying that Roberts is an angel by any means, but as you know, as crazy as the other justices are, he has been voting with the liberals a lot more, but still, there's not enough votes to to get a lot of things passed. But I feel like he's worried about his legacy overall, and kind of disgusted with the other conservative justices.
What's his name? My brain, Jenny Thomas's, Clarence
And
Thomas.
yeah, he's leaving.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be there long either.
No.
They're going to have to do something about that. That is complete conflict of interest.
I feel like he's leaving around the time of midterms. So it could be right before or towards the end of the year, maybe beginning of next year. But I think within a year's time, he'll definitely be out. All right. And while we're speaking of the Supreme Court too, any feeling on if they're going to overturn Roe versus Wade? I kind of feel like they're going to and leave it up to the states. But I feel like it's going to be more of a temporary thing. I think that they're going to be releasing that here soon. It'll just be temporary, though. I feel like after midterms, the government will pass something.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I think that they are going to, because they've got, I don't know, they've got we're supposed to have the majority, but they got two Democrats that are acting as Republicans. You know, what is it? What are their names? Simmons. I can't think. But anyway, yeah, I think they're gonna do it, but it won't last. I agree with you.
But I think it's going to be crucial too. There's going to be many different things that gets people out to vote for Democrats, and I feel like that is a big one.
I think a lot of Republican women that may not tell their husbands, but may vote Democrat just on that issue alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people will go out to vote. I agree, lawyer. That, I feel like women especially are outraged. Independent people, voters, I see really coming out for Democrats. Yeah, the economy's not the best, but I think that by midterms, it's going to balance out a little bit. It's not going to be amazing, but it's not going to be quite as bad as it is now. And so I think a lot of people will overlook the economy and vote for a lot of the like these social issues, being outraged by it.
Yes. It's going to be a mess if the states did overturn that. You're going to have, like they said, they're not making any exceptions for rape, for incest, for the mother's health. I mean, it's going to be a mess. Lots of lawsuits.
Mm-hmm. And we're kind of just talking about this right now, lawyer. How is Justice Roberts feeling about the Jenny Thomas news? He's not happy. He's very disappointed with everything, and I feel like he's very worried about his legacy. He's strongly considering to resign. I feel that very strongly.
Yeah, he's upset about it, and I think he will resign.
Mm-hmm.
Not this year, though.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit out there, but I definitely feel right now he's kind of thinking about it very strongly.
Maybe May of next year, approximately.
Okay. Patty G's asking, is Lauren Boebert, will she be forced to step down? I don't think she's going to get reelected. I think that they redistrict her area that she was representing, and I think that it's more Democratic now. I don't feel her getting reelected. I hate to say, MTG most likely will, but I feel like she's not going to do her whole term either because of her participation in the January 6th. I think that she might actually spend some time behind bars.
Well, and she's against the abortion thing, but voting against that. But I said she had 2 secret abortions working for this escort service, and then Ted Cruz helped her get in office, so she was with him. So there's a lot of
I heard about that
dirt out there about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've said that for a little while too, Valerie Woodford. She's but Linda G got that 2 months ago. I'm thinking about she was talking about Thomas. or Robert. Yeah. And I actually feel like it was probably one of his staffers that leaked that the whole memo on the Roe versus Wade.
Yeah, I got about her the Ten of Wands. So she's really burdened from all the stuff that's come out right now. She's really stressed out over the information that came out about her. She tried to act like she's the empress, like she's the mother, she's a Christian, she tried to act like she's something different than she is. But she got the Nine of Cups in reverse. So she's really emotionally drained and devastated about that news coming out. In the future, she got the Two of Swords in reverse. So there's going to be a final decision made. It may be postponed a little bit, but we are going to find out the truth about all that stuff that was coming out about her. We will find out about that, and she's extremely worried and stressed about that, and on a lot of mental turmoil. So she's not going to be there long.
Yeah, I think she'll be voted out, but I definitely feel that she'll still be investigated. I wish I could say the same about MTG, but I've been saying for a while. I kind of feel like her district's like really, really red. And I think there were a couple people that primaried her, and she won the vote by a landslide. I feel like she will get reelected, but I don't feel like it's long term.
Like, what is wrong with people? How can they look at that and see, this is somebody I want to run my government? With more hearings, are people finally paying attention?
So, Darling Lulu asks, with more hearings, are people finally paying attention? Yes, and I do feel like there's still a lot of things that are going to be exposed. I feel like January 6th is almost kind of waiting. There's kind of like saving the best information for last. Not that we haven't gotten some more details about things now, but I feel like they're waiting, like saving the best for last is what my guides are telling me.
I think so too. I think so too. And I don't think the MAGAs, the really strong MAGAs, are going to change their mind because they just follow him like he's their God. But I think the independents and the more rational, or what they call rhinos, are probably paying more attention.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's see. I've seen this before, but I haven't read on it in a while. Well, Carol's asking, will Ron Johnson, who's trying to tank Social Security and Medicare, be stopped? Well, I don't see either of those programs being stopped. But if you want, we can read on if Ron Johnson will be reelected. Sure. I don't feel like he's going to be. I'm not sure the Democrat that's running against him, but.
Well, Republicans are on Social Security and Medicare and stuff too. What do they, do you think anybody, that's an issue, that's stupid to put that out there before an election.
Yeah.
That's just pretty much doomed them.
Not helping them. And you know what, I feel like a big majority of the Republican base is, they're older in age. So talking about getting rid of their Social Security and Medicare, not very smart.
And then they want to tax it. People that are poor that can barely afford food right now with the prices of gas and food and that, you're talking about taking more of their income that they don't have. They're not going to vote for you.
Has Wisconsin had their primary yet? Do they have a Democrat running against Ron Johnson? I don't feel he's going to win. I felt that for a long time. I definitely feel like that's a flip in the Democrats. One of the couple flips I'm feeling in the Senate. He's out.
Yeah, he's got the Ace of Wands in reverse, so there's going to be some disappointing news coming in for him. Let's see. King of Wands, I always think of that as Biden. You know,
Mm.
or a leader. I mean, trying to think. Yeah, there's going to be some decision made because he's the magician in reverse. He's manipulative, greedy. I think he's untrustworthy. People don't trust him. So he's gonna have some
Crazy.
disappointing news. This
He's
is the card I
crazy.
got at the bottom of the deck. Ten of
Oh,
Swords.
yeah, I would say that's a no.
Mhm.
I'm getting that has a lot of burdens crossing him at the moment, and the energy crossing the reading is heartbreak. So not good news is coming out. He's so desperate to hold on, though, to that
Yeah.
power. But I also feel like with this Four of Pentacles, the donations for his campaign, they're not coming in, so he's trying to like hold on to what he can. He's got out in the cold, up in the above him, you know, taking time to himself, being secluded. And I think the main reason why he's not going to be reelected is there's a lot of communication, big news coming out on him about his secrets and ties to the Emperor Trump. He's got a lot of battle and conflict crossing him as well. That was on the bottom of the deck. So I'm feeling pretty strongly he's not going to get reelected. I'm dropping cards everywhere. So, and
I'm always doing that.
You. I definitely picked. I think like a year ago, I got a strong like message he wasn't going to be reelected. He'll be one of the Democratic flips.
No, because they were interviewing him on Fox, and he was they were asking him about the Social Security thing, and he said, well, that's another Democratic talking point. And they go, no, it's in the plan. It is in your plan. It's not a Democratic. And and then he tried to, well, the reality is it is in the plan. So even
was that on Fox News that they were talking about that? Oh, wow.
They were telling him, what are you doing?
Yeah, not a good strategy, I would say.
No. And now you've got, a couple people on Fox saying that Trump looks like he is unfit for office. So, I mean, that's a lot coming from them.
Everybody in the chat, I have about 20 questions started, and I can tell you right now we're not going to get to them all. So you can post your questions if it's something that really stands out and I feel like I need to resonate or do a reading on, it resonates with me, I'll pick it. But I'm just saying I'm not going to be able to get to all the questions that we have started. So Mandela Barnes is running Dem in Wisconsin. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel he's out. I missed this part of the hearing yesterday. I think they said, will Shay Moss and her mother, Ruby, be saved? They're receiving threats. They testified yesterday. Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit about that. I think she's from Georgia, correct? She was one of the poll workers. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, she's a poll worker that they tried to lie. Rudy Giuliani said that she was taking suitcases with ballots from underneath the table. Okay. And she was, actually they had told them not to finish. She put them away and then they said, no, we're not finished. We've got to continue counting. So she took them back out. Well, they are accusing her of that, and they have attacked her mother, her grandmother, beating on the door, wanting to get in, saying they were going to do a citizen's arrest.
Yeah,
the grandmother's crying, saying she's afraid to go outside. The mother's afraid to go outside. They don't even go to the grocery store.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it was. Those people should have gone to jail too. Let's see. I'm going to ask if they're safe.
I get that they're going to be safe, but it's very sad how this has kind of like destroyed their life.
Are they still receiving threats? They haven't been receiving many threats right now because they are, they're. I think they're being watched. This is all. Everybody knows about this, but they are going to be okay. But they are afraid. They're afraid of the threats because they got them. They're afraid to go to the grocery store. She said she wears a shirt that has many different colors that have her name on it. She said, I won't wear anything with my name on it ever again. It's sad.
Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, it's very, very sad. Like I said, I feel like since, the last election, I mean, she's definitely had to kind of go into hiding in a sense because she's her and her family are afraid for their safety. But I do feel like I feel like they're safe, they're protected. And I feel like probably like local police are definitely keeping an eye on her and making sure that they're safe.
Yeah, the FBI made the mother move for 2 months. She'd been in that house for 20-something years, but she felt she was homeless.
Yeah.
So Alexandra said they also claimed that Ruby was passing out drugs, but it was ginger mint. She passed somebody a mint, and so now they're trying to make her look bad. Oh, she was passing out drugs.
Yeah.
Anything to discredit them.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the threats were like really racially motivated too.
They were.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, I think they'll be okay, but I definitely feel like, you know, with her just testifying now, she's gonna definitely probably stay home and try to not be out publicly so much. But I feel like, you know, it's gonna take some time, but she'll be out in the public again and probably be able to work. And yeah, but I definitely feel like that she's saved.
Connie B said the FBI informed Ruby prior to January 6th. The FBI knew something was going to happen.
Very, very likely. Thank you so much, Joey, and I really appreciate that. It's just crazy.
We need to send them love and light and pray for their safety.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So Ted Cruz, I think he's up for re-election in 2 years, but I almost feel like I feel like Cruz is so sly and sneaky that he's very careful about hiding his tracks for any of his involvement in like January 6th. But I don't feel like he might not even run for re-election. I feel like he's going to kind of step down and move on.
Yeah, I don't think because of the stuff with Boebert that come out too, and what happened in Texas this last winter, the Cancun Cruz thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be reelected. My pendulum's saying no, but
I kind of am feeling like he won't even run for re-election when it comes up to that point. But I definitely feel like if he were to run, he's not loved in Texas. I don't think that he would win. I'll let you throw some cards on it. That's so yes, I think that his career's over very soon. Just try to get through the questions.
Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, he's a very self-centered person, very shallow, overly ambitious. But they found out he's a manipulator. He got this card. He's a manipulator, but he also got the sun and sun. So he has I think the truth, some new things have been revealed about him in the past here recently that light has been shed on, which we have found out some of that stuff. He got the Queen of Wands in the current. So right now he doesn't have a lot of confidence that he's going to win. But he's very mad about it. He's kind of a bully, you know, but he's not he does not have a lot of confidence that he's going to win. He got in the future the Five of Swords. So that's defeat. He's going to walk away and he's going to be defeated. It's going to be he's going to surrender. He's a coward. He sabotaged himself by the things he did. So nope.
You know what I was just picking up on, and maybe this is why I'm feeling like he won't run for re-election, is because he'll try to run for president again, which I don't think will be successful.
Oh no!
I don't think he could run for two positions at the same time. If he was a senator, he could, run for president and still be a senator. But I don't think he can run for president and Senate at the same time if he doesn't. If he doesn't. So I think that might be why I feel like he's out.
He's such a slime ball.
Yeah. Yeah, he won't be. I don't think he'll be very missed. All right. Well, Jared wind up in prison overseas for stealing money. I don't know if it's overseas. I definitely feel like Jared will spend some time behind bars. For entertainment purposes only, I feel like it's money that he has made from Saudi Arabia. but even deals with Russia. But the Saudi Arabia connection, I'm feeling a lot stronger and getting in trouble because of that.
Yeah, he's going to end up in prison, but it's not going to be overseas. It'll be here, I think. For things that he did, maybe Russian money, Saudi money, it's going to come out. That's why I think he jumped to cooperate with Ivanka, because to take the eyes off of him.
Right. Yeah. Somebody just posted a comment. Let me find it real quick. Gail says that Sarah Gillespie, I hope that's saying that right, is the front runner Dem in Wisconsin. As I read that name, it really resonated with me. I think she'll be the next senator in the state. I feel that pretty strongly. Were you throwing cards on Jared?
No, I was just shuffling them right now. I
do feel he'll spend some time behind bars, a couple years. I'm feeling like 4 or 5 years, but I feel like it's probably for selling information, and I feel like the connection with Saudi Arabia is what that is all about.
It'll be next year.
Yeah, I feel like it's a year or two out. Mimi Rose.
Around this time next year.
About this time next year, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Her jail system will get him first. I feel like there might be an attempt to try to escape and, go over to like Saudi Arabia, but I don't think that would be allowed. I think that he will get some jail time in the U.S.
And yeah, for entertainment purposes only, Mimi Rose. But yeah, I feel like yes, there is evidence that she was an escort. And Cruz, it is known that he was there and gave her money and talked her into campaigning. I don't think he did that for no reason at all. There's something going on with them.
Yeah, and I feel like that was kind of like her way into the Republican Party and getting some name recognition in there. I think Cruz probably really pushed for her. Yeah, I do feel like there was some murky, nasty energy.
She called it pay for play. Pay for play.
We'll pray after that. Not usually all I want in my head.
Just the thought of that.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's a connection there. And it was all about her political ambition.
Oh, yeah. And she took her GED. Nothing wrong. I mean, I'm all for getting your education however you can, but she took her GED 3 times before she passed it. So you'd think somebody in Congress should at least have a college education or something, and some sort of political or legal knowledge of some sort.
Yeah.
I think so, yes. Let me see what the pendulum says.
Yeah, this is a good question because I just started hearing about Biden's gas tax, getting rid of that. Will that be a good thing for our country in the long term? I think they're only planning on doing it for a couple months to help stabilize gas prices. I do think they'll be able to get it through. I don't think it's going to be a dramatic change in gas prices, but I think it will help. I'm feeling like maybe like 15, 20 cents to help lower it. But yeah, I think it's more of a temporary thing just because prices are so high right now.
Yeah, it's he got Knight of Cups there. So he was trying to make sort of an emotional offer, something to help the people, to show, he cares. He cares about the gas prices and what people are going through. He got the Page of Wands, so it's just going to be a start.
Yeah.
It's nothing, it'll be good news. It'll kind of knock the prices down, I think 18 cents a gallon maybe, but it's going to be just kind of a start. Queen of Wands in reverse for the current. So yeah, there's not a lot of confidence that it's going to be an ongoing help. But the Emperor, I don't know. I got that for the future. So I think there is going to be somebody who is structured and practical and be able to get things a little bit better. But I think it's just to help us in the summer when people are traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Because the economy. Huh?
Go. I didn't mean to cut you off, Deann.
No, I just was saying the economy is so bad and people won't be traveling or going on vacation. It'll hurt it worse if they don't do something right now.
Yeah. Well, and it's not even so much that the economy's bad. It's the world economy in general. Everybody's
Yes.
struggling.
Yeah, not
Um,
just us.
yeah, I definitely feel, Kristen, that there will be some backlash. So it might be a little bit of a challenge to get through the Senate. But I feel like relief is coming for gas prices, and if that's Biden doing some vouchers or something, it will help get the price down a little bit.
I think there'll be enough Republicans that will agree with it simply because the Republicans that I know are ticked off about the gas prices. That's all they talk about. So the Republicans will want to look like, yeah, we helped do something. They're not going to want
It
to
won't
look
be a
like,
good look for them if they vote no for passing anything that will help with gas relief.
right. Although they did vote no to stopping the gas companies from gouging people.
Of course they did, because they're bought by the gas companies and the NRA.
Exactly. But since it's temporary, they might vote for it just to look good before the election.
Yeah, I see it. I think it will eventually go through. It might be a little bit of trouble at first, but I think if Democrats pound home that Republicans aren't helping you get your gas prices lowered, I don't think it will be a good look for them, and might change some minds.
No.
All right. We've been on for almost an hour, so I'm just going to do a couple more questions. Let me see.
It goes quick.
It does go quick. And I've missed everybody. I'm so glad to be back on. Like I said, life's been pretty crazy lately, the last few weeks.
You talked about going on next week. It's like 2 weeks without Kevin. Oh no.
Yeah. We'll end up working out better going on today because the hearings was on during my normal time slot, and then Deann had a collab later. So I was thinking about doing a solo, but then with that news about my sister and all that, I just wasn't in the right headspace to do it last night. But so I ended up working out a little bit better because we could go on together. I'm trying to find go through my questions and see. Lawyer had a good question here, and it's not political, so.
Okay.
It says, if animals are from the angelic realm, shouldn't we all be vegetarians? I am not, but since I started getting into work with guides and learn that animals are angels, I wonder. You know what? I think it's really normal as we're ascending into higher densities and evolving. I do think eventually a lot of us are being pulled to being vegetarians, and that's why we're seeing a lot of people doing that, or like plant-based meat replacements. So I do think as we work on raising our vibrations, meat kind of holds down a little bit lower. I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I definitely eat meat. I like my meat too, but I do feel a lot of us will be making changes away from meat as we're ascending.
I've heard that when people ascend or they have awakenings or things like that, they start not wanting to eat meat as much. Now, I've never been a meat eater, but my husband, I can't see him going without. He loves his steaks on the grill and his burgers and stuff like that. I could live without meat, easy, but I got a husband who can't, so.
That's a fair point too, because I think every now and then, like a big juicy steak sounds just so good. But the thought has crossed my mind, I think, as I'm getting more enlightened. The issue is that my husband is not one that would probably give up eating meat. So am I going to make 2 meals, one for me, one for him?
Right.
Probably not. But yeah, I've definitely, it's crossed my mind. And I've even heard with Reiki practitioners, when they get their attunements, as they're taking their different levels, that as you progress and as you become more enlightened, a lot of them will become vegetarians, or like the thought of eating meat just doesn't resonate with them as much. So I do think that there is something with that as we evolve. Not having that urge to eat meat is. I think Libra Lady just made a good point.
I can't eat any meat that has a bone. It freaks me out. If it has a
I don't
bone
like
like
that either.
ribs or chicken, I
Chicken wings.
feel like, yeah, it
If
grosses
you're
me
eating a
out.
carcass, yeah, it's
Yes.
a little gross. I agree.
I
Although,
pick the meat out when I have like fettuccine. Dale will make chicken fettuccine, and I pick all the chicken out, and then I put it on his plate.
I mean, although I'll tell you, I mean, you give me a tomahawk steak, and I mean, I might chew on the bone on that a little bit, but I don't know. Chicken wings have always bothered me a little bit, although I like chicken wings. But Libra Lady said that she's felt more enlightened after becoming vegan. Yeah, I've definitely heard that, and a lot of people are being drawn to that. But a very interesting question. I like to kind of, change it up a little bit. It's not have to be
Yeah.
called. Yeah, and that's a true point too. Alexandra says animals eat meat too, so
I think if you're, if you're having meat, it's like if somebody's a hunter and they're going to eat that meat, it's one thing. But if you are going to hunt just to kill an animal, I think that's wrong. Like the Trumps go there and try to shoot. They had Donald Trump Jr. They had bears. They gave him candy or food they put out for the bear to come to him so he could shoot it. So it's not even hunting. That to me is a crime in my mind. Yeah, Linda Bishop, I'm the same. I wouldn't eat any meat either that looked like any part of an animal.
Yeah.
Especially ribs.
And you know what? I feel like me and my husband definitely eat more like poultry or fish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't eat fish too often, but I feel drawn more to eat like poultry or fish. But I mean, every now and then, I like a good steak out on the grill. But it's not like an everyday kind of thing.
Yeah. It's special when Dale gets steak.
We eat a lot of chicken.
We do too. Yeah, he does. I pick it out.
But thanks for the question, lawyer. All right, let me go through here real quick. Probably, let me see if there's any other really good ones.
I agree, no middle name.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our last question. What's the future of Nikki Haley, possible GOP 2024 candidate? I do feel like I have kind of picked up. I don't feel like she'll be a front runner for the GOP in 2024, but she might be a VP pick, or be a VP pick down the line.
Is she a I can't think of who Nikki Haley is. I know, but I can't.
She's the governor, I think, of South Carolina. I think.
And she a Republican?
Yes.
Okay. And she's running for Congress?
I think she has aspirations of running for president. I don't see her as like the front runner for the GOP in 2024. But I feel like she might be considered for VP position. I feel like it's a woman that will be picked for a VP position. I feel like it's her or what is that governor from South Dakota? If anybody can tell me her name, I feel like they'll be like the two top choices for VP. I haven't got very strongly who will be the Republican nominee yet, but I feel like they're going to try to put a woman as a VP. Christy Nome or something, I think might be her name from South Dakota. Yeah, I don't feel her being president, Connie.
Well, how should I'm trying to think of how to ask that. What do we want to ask? Will she be a GOP candidate?
I think she might try to run, but I don't think she'll make it. But I think that I see a very strong possibility for a VP. Yeah, I think it's between her or Nome. Thank you so much, Alexandra. I really appreciate that.
That was nice.
Yeah, she was an ambassador when 45 was president too.
Well, let's see. I don't know her, but the primary card she got, the signifying card, was the world in reverse. So she's going to have a lack of success.
Yeah.
You know, that shows me she's going to have a lack of success. She has, in the past, she had the stars, so she has hope, you know, and she's positive and she thinks she's going to manifest that position. But right now, she got the Hermit in reverse. So, for some reason, I think she's going to have to withdraw. You know, for some reason, I'm feeling like she might have to withdraw.
Yeah, I don't feel you know, she'll be a Republican candidate, but I feel like she might be the VP pick. But it's a losing ticket anyway. It's interesting you got the world because I got the world as well. I don't do reversals in this deck, but so it's like trying to start a new cycle, but being too delusional, not being focused on it. I am getting a yes, like there's some truth to it, and I feel like that's what me feeling like she's a VP. But yeah, it's not going to be successful with the Hangman because of the demon attached to her, and I see her being disappointed with the harvest. So I don't think that she'll be successful with that run. I feel like she'll be like eyed for a VP position. I'm feeling her more strongly than that Kristi Noem, but I think she'll try to run for president. I think she'll try to
real Trump, MAGA. She's like a MAGA lady, right?
She's not too bad. She has ties with Trump, but I think she's definitely very conservative. But she's kind of she's played the tiptoed around Trump where she supports him, but doesn't want to get too close to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like after like January 6th, I feel like she wants his endorsement, so that connection is there. But, you know, she's always kind of like tiptoed around it.
Did you hear that on Fox News, this was on Fox News, they said there was one of their reporters or whatever you want to call them, who said that they were actually, the January 6th committee was actually doing them a favor because there are a lot of Republicans that do not want Trump on the ticket because they don't think it'll be a winning ticket with him on there, but they're too afraid to go against him because of the base. So if this January 6th commission brings him down, then it actually, they're for it. They're just silently for it. They're hoping that they don't have to be the ones that.
Well, and that all goes into what I'm feeling about the Republican Party being pulled in half. You have the MAGAs, and then you have the other Republicans. And Republicans are going to start to wake up and realize that having Trump as the leader of their party is a loser for them ultimately. They're not going to be able to win elections because Trump turns so many people off. And I can guarantee you, I know a lot of people are afraid of him running for president. I personally don't think he's probably be around to run in 2024 because I feel like his life cycle is coming to that end for entertainment purposes only. But even if he were to run, I feel like people are so disgusted with Trump, he would not have a shot in hell of winning. He will never be president again. I pick that up very, very strongly.
What's scary, though, is somebody who's smarter than him, that has his ideas, that knows how to lie and manipulate a little bit better than him might get that position. That's why we got to vote. DeSantis or any of those. We don't want none of them either.
No. Yeah, and I feel like as of right now, I feel like Trump would have a hard time even getting the nomination. I mean, there's some diehard MAGA people that would definitely vote for him. But I see that hurting Republicans because as that party splits, those MAGA people are not going to vote for rhinos. So it really will turn a lot of people off from voting, I think, for the Republicans. And I feel like that's a strong reason why I feel Democrats win the next few cycles is Republicans try to rebrand and come up as a new party. And I think there'll be a better party too. Not saying that I will probably ever vote Republican, but they'll get more on board with, like green technology and that kind of stuff.
Eris Wander said that they've lost a lot of their supporters from COVID.
That's true.
Most of those people that died, I hate to say it, they were Republicans because they wouldn't wear a mask, they wouldn't get the vaccine, and so he's killed off a lot of his
Carol, I feel like I don't know if it's quite a decade. I feel like Democrats will stay in power for like the next 6 to 8 years. So
I hope so
I
too,
do think
Carol.
it will be a little tight with midterms, especially in the House. I do think Democrats are going to keep the House. It's going to be close, but I think once we get more seats in the Senate, they can change rules with the filibuster, and we'll be able to get like voting rights, and that's going to really help as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm feeling right now, but people do have to go out and vote because I feel like that's where the energy is going now. Energy can change. We have free will to do stuff. People don't go out and vote, then we could lose. But I feel like the energy is going towards Democrats, and we need it to go that way too. I feel like it's almost divinely guided because we're getting to that point with climate change that stuff needs to start actually happening and getting done before there's no going back. So,
I hope when he's gone, when he's no longer here, that's going to help. There's so many families that have been broken up, so many friendships that have people been friends since they were little kids, broken up over this idiot, and maybe when he's gone, maybe when there's more sanity in the world, people will be able to start talking again. I hope.
It's going to be a while, but we'll get through this. And I do think as the Republican Party does rebrand, there will be more bipartisanship because I think they're going to come a little bit more to the center. But it's going to take some time. All right, everybody. Well, I had fun. I'm glad to see everybody, and thanks everybody for being understanding that I took last week off. Like I said, if you just joined recently, Finn's doing really good. He's acting as if he didn't even have surgery, which was like a week ago. So puppies heal really quickly. I do have a couple openings for readings or Reiki if anybody's interested in that. I have like 1 or 2 openings tomorrow or Friday in the afternoon. So just you can email me at kevinlovingvibrations if you're interested in that. Deann does readings as well. Her email's in the description box. So you can reach out to her if you want a reading. Tomorrow I will be on Mel's channel, I'm pretty sure. I talked to him a little bit this morning. He had cataract surgery yesterday, but that went really good.
I knew it would.
Yeah, I had a good feeling about it too. Sunday, Linda G is going to be on in the afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that will be fun. I'm looking forward to that as well. Is there any announcements that you'd like to make, Deann?
Let me see here. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central, I am on with Dozen Cats for me and Adam, and with Adam Stargazing Astrology. And Friday at 6 p.m., Kathleen J. Lightworker and Dozen Cats is going to be on my channel. And I am the 27th, Monday, I have Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium. So I'm excited about that.
Yes. That will be fun. She's one that I would like to reach out and do a collab with, Susan Lynn. So we'll see.
She's really sweet. I got to read with her and Allie one time, and it was a good time. I enjoyed it, so I'll enjoy getting to have her on.
Yeah, you'll have a fun show. All right, everybody. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow on Mel's channel. All right.
Bye,
Take care, everyone.